What's up, fam? Farmer Q here. And on today, we're gonna be deseeding some peppers. We're gonna be pickling some peppers, cucumbers, and tomatoes. So we're gonna make a pickling medley on today, but first, like I said, we gotta deseed the peppers. So why don't we go ahead and get right into it on today. All right, y'all, we got everything all rinsed off and set up where we wanna have it set up. What we're gonna do now, before we get started with the whole process, we're gonna go ahead and get our jars ready with the solution of what we're gonna have in them, because when we have everything all sliced up and ready to go, we wanna just be able to fill our jars and close them up and be good to go. So let's go ahead and do that. 2 tablespoons of sugar, about 2 cloves worth of garlic. We're gonna use minced garlic on today. We're also gonna use 1 teaspoon of pickling salt. And we're gonna also put in all of the ingredients that we have in front of us right here. So, what we're gonna do first is add our cup of vinegar. Here's our vinegar. I'm gonna go ahead and add vinegar to all of them and then water to all of them. So let's get all the jars right in front of us here. We're gonna go ahead and get a cup of vinegar in each one of them. Instead of going with a whole cup of water, we're gonna go with a half cup of water. It's gonna help our volume, and it's gonna also help with the zing of the flavor for what we're going for. So let's go ahead and do that. Here's the first, second, 3, 4, and 5th. So we have all of our jars ready with the solution. And now we're gonna go ahead and add our dry ingredients to the mixture. We're gonna go with 1 teaspoon of our pickling salt here for each one of these jars. I'm gonna go ahead and add that first. All right, 1 in this one, 1 in this one, 1 in this one, 1 in this one, 1 in this one. So we got our 1 teaspoon of pickling salt. Now we're gonna add 2 tablespoons of sugar for each of them. This is pure cane sugar that we're adding today. So we're gonna add 2 tablespoons of sugar per jar. 1 and 2. This is really gonna help cut down on that extreme heat. There we go. So we have all of our dry ingredients except for our garlic. So now what we're gonna do, we're gonna get our minced garlic. We're gonna go with about 1.5 teaspoons of garlic per jar here. So let's go ahead and get this in here. There's 1.5. There's 1. There's 1. 1.5. I'm making my ones pretty fat so I can make my halves pretty light. And 1/2. There we go. So we've got all of our ingredients inside the jar now. So what I'm gonna do after this point is put the tops on the jars and give them a good shake and then set them aside so that we can get all of our pickling ingredients ready to go. And all that we really have to do is deseed our peppers and slice our cucumbers and our tomatoes, and we can add everything into the solution. So let's go ahead and get into that. Now we got our tops on, we give them a quick shake. That's 1. Get all that salt in there, nice and immersed. Gave them a good shake. Now we're setting them off to the side over here. The way that we're gonna do it is I'm gonna take the veins out and I'm gonna let the seeds sit on the veins as I do this pickling process, then I'm gonna go back after the pickling process and separate the seeds, because the point of this video is not to harvest seeds, but it's one of the inevitabilities of actually doing this process if I actually do want to keep the seeds. So we're gonna go ahead and do that. So let's get to it. The way that I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna chop the leafy green top off of here. I'm gonna make an incision across the middle, and then we're gonna pull the vein out. So let's go ahead and do that. There's our top incision. You can see the vein on the inside there. Oh, it smells so good. Makes my mouth water for sure. So we're gonna go ahead and split it down the middle. Just like this. Once we get it like that, open it up. And that is the process. So we're gonna go ahead and strip this out of the middle here. We have our butter knife here so that we can slide the veins on out of here from the bottom side. Because if we just go from the bottom here, we can just slide all this stuff from the inside and get it out. So we're gonna get all the seeds out. We're gonna speed through this process, and then we're gonna get to the pickling process. So y'all just stick with me as we get through this deseeding process. We're gonna make a pile of peppers over here for every stack. So let's get to it. All right, we're ready for our first Sheepnose pimento pepper. So let's go ahead and deseed this one. As you can see, these have a lot of seeds in them. So we got those for that over there. Set that to the side. Now what we're gonna do is slice our tomato and slice our cucumber, and we'll fill in jar number 1. So let's go ahead and take this little green piece off the tomato here. And this knife is really sharp, so we'll be able to get some really good cuts. So here we go. There we go. There's 1 cut. I want to make them into 4 slices. Just like that. Oh, it smells so good. There we go. And goes on over there. I'm gonna do 1 more tomato, just like that. Boom. Look how pretty that is. Look at the color scheme on that, y'all. We got yellow, orange, purple, red, and we got some greens in there. Now we're ready for the big show. We're gonna cut this into 4s, and we're gonna see what we look like on the inside here. But let's go ahead and take our little stem off first. We don't need this here. Get that stem out of the equation. There we go. We're gonna cut this into 4 quadrants. So let's see what we look like. A little potato cucumber. Look at that. Look at that cucumber, y'all. Isn't that a pretty cucumber? Oh, it smells so good. We're gonna cut it into 4s. Just like that. We're gonna see if we can fit all of this into one jar. We got our cucumbers, we have our Sheepnose Pimento peppers, our Buena Mulata peppers, we have our yellow gooseberry tomatoes. So I'm gonna go show one of these to Tiffany real quick because they're awesome looking. Baby, check this out.
Cool. Very cool.
You are? So now that we have all this stuff right here, we're gonna see how this stuff fits inside of our pickling jar here that we got set up. So we can just go ahead and just start dropping them in. And I can tell you right now that we're gonna have some fitting problems, but it's all right. Oh no. This definitely doesn't fit. We're gonna pour a little bit of the juice off. I'm gonna go ahead and stuff 1 cucumber slice in here, just like that. So that's how we're gonna do it. We're gonna pickle it just like that. We're gonna have all the contents of the jar in here. We're gonna put 1 slice of little potato cucumber inside of each jar. We're not gonna be able to put a whole cucumber inside of every jar, but me and Tiffany will eat the cucumbers by themselves. We're cool with that. So we'll call this jar done. We'll put the top item back on top of it. Just take a look at it, y'all. I'm gonna shake it up a little bit. Get the salt in there. Gotta get the salt mixed in really good. The pickling salt. And look at that. That is a beautiful jar. We'll probably end up having to do the same for all of them, pour a little bit of the juices off, but we're gonna be able to fit our cucumber slice inside of it. So let's set our cucumber slices to the side for now. And now we're gonna continue getting our peppers ready and getting all of our other stuff ready so we can go into all of our jars. Alright fam, that's it for the canning and pickling video of the tomatoes, peppers, and cucumbers. We got everything that we wanted to have displayed at the start of the video when we actually put everything together. So I just wanted to make sure y'all got to see the finished product, and y'all did. So y'all know what that means then. That's Farmer Q out.